Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Gilley Show. We're going to touch upon this time just really the simplicity of a solar system. I mean, you can do this pretty simple. I know there's a lot of people out there that have a basic understanding of AC, DC, and everything going on, but just don't know how to hook all this stuff up. So we're going to go over that real quick with my little pegboard back here. Now, before everybody gets all excited, this is not hanging here. This is a metal pegboard, okay? There's a shelf here, everything's attached. I've had some people get excited on this, but we're going to use this to go over how simple a system can actually be. And what's nice about that is you can scale this up, and that's exactly what I've done with mine that runs our house here. Okay? You got your basic stuff here. You got a solar panel. That's our representation of a solar panel. We have a controller. This is not an MPPT controller. Look guys, you go on eBay, you go on Amazon, you see these things for $9, $10, $20, and they say MPPT. Read the fine print. They are absolutely not an MPPT controller. And that's why I even crossed it out on here. These are just what's called a PWM, a pulse width modulation charge controller. They work like a switch to turn things on and off to charge your battery. Do they work? Yeah. And they were used for a lot of years before we ended up getting the MPPT controllers, okay? And they do the job. Do they do it as efficiently and as well? No, but they still work. And this is actually a controller I started off with charging my IFLA pack, so. Okay guys, we're going to go over the basic solar system now, okay? You know, what it consists of, and this is just a very simple basic system. A battery for energy storage, a solar panel for energy production, a controller to control the energy production to charge your battery, and then you need an inverter to take your DC voltage, convert it to AC, and run your lights, your appliances, whatever you need to run out of this. Now keep in mind guys, this is just set up to show you the wiring. Not set up to make you think this is proper wiring size, because that's going to be very dependent on what you guys are doing, what voltage you're using, what amp draw you're going to see on your system. That is very dependent. This is just to show the simplicity of a solar system. It does not have to be complicated. Okay, and I'm going to hook this stuff up because I know some of you guys just don't quite grasp how this all hooks up together. So let's do this. The first thing you're going to want to do is hook your battery up to your charge controller. As you can see, we have this here. And I'm just going to slide the positive, which is the red. You'll have to excuse me, my hands aren't working quite right. As most of you know, I had a little accident a couple months ago, but we're getting it figured out. And I am not going to tighten these down right now, and I'll show you why here in 1 second. Because this is a question I see all over all the boards. So we're going to answer that right now for you. Okay? Now, we've hooked the battery up. Check this out. Our charge controller comes on. Generally speaking, they're going to recognize what voltage you're going, as long as you bought the right controller to match your voltage. That's 12 volt, 24 volt, 48 volt. Okay? This absolutely has to be hooked up to your battery before you hook your solar panels up to it. If you hook your solar panels up to this before you hook your battery up, you will smoke this. The magic smoke will get released. Okay? So don't do it. Always hook your battery up first and disconnect it last. Now, I see asked all the time if you should run your inverter into this little thing here. It's called a power port. Okay? The simple answer is no. Absolutely not. Okay? If you want to run a little light on that, you can, but do not put your inverters on that. Your inverters are going to go directly to your battery. And that is why I did not tighten these down earlier. Okay, I snug those up. I'm not going to make them real tight because this is not here to be used. This is just an example to show you guys how this all works. Now, once this is hooked up, you know, you turn your inverter on, you have light. Look at that. This is a basic solar system that you see working. Now, I do have to simulate the sun because this really isn't going to do anything for us. It's just off one of those solar lights, but it is a solar cell to show you how it goes. Okay, now if you look at our controller, it now shows a solar panel and a little happy face that our battery is now charging. Our voltage is up to 13.2 volts coming from our solar panel, charging our battery, and our battery is running our inverter, which is giving us our light. It's very simple. Very, very, very simple, guys. Okay? Now, you build your own system. You're going to want to put a fuse where you want to, you know, depending on what you're doing, how big it is, how little it is. But this is a basic, very simple solar system, and I'm hoping maybe some of this wiring is showing you how this hooked up. Makes it a little easy for you maybe to understand. Okay, guys? Thank you, and solar on.